Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? It's Friday. Yay! It took forever to get here, didn't it? But we made it. We made it. I thought I'd get on here today and just show you a couple of things I finished this week. I'm pretty proud that I finished these two things because, as you know, this year I've been kind of in a little slump, and I guess it's a big slump for some folks, but for me, you know, it's been a little slump. Um, So I was pretty proud of what I done. I have been off. Yesterday was my first day back. I had been off 7 days straight. If you want to say 8, because I come home after 4 hours one day. But yeah, I went yesterday. Was Thursday. I've been off since last Wednesday. I had come home early, so I've been off a while, and it was nice. I sat in my chair and I crocheted and I piddled around this house a little bit, and kept my grandkids a few days, one or 2 days in between, and I have just enjoyed it. You know, you enjoy it so much you don't want to go back. But I did yesterday, and I'm off today, and I work tomorrow. I don't know what beyond that brings. It was painful. It hurt. But I made it. I made my 8 hours, and I come home to the house and hurt for a long time. But I made it. So I'm gonna go back tomorrow, and I reckon I'm gonna try to push on through. My husband says come on to the house, but I'm gonna try to push on through. At least it'll be a little bit of money, and even if it's just 2 days a week, it'll be some money. So I'm gonna try to do it, cause you know I was a stay-at-home mom. See, Dalton will be 21 in August, and while he was the whole time he was in school, I was home. His whole life I have been home, except for the last 4.5 years I have worked. Of course, he's old enough; he can take care of himself, and he does. He takes care of himself. He takes care of everything here while I'm at work, and you know, um, I enjoyed having that little bitty paycheck every 2 weeks, and so I think that's why I'm holding on like I am, because it's nice to have that coming through in my name. It ain't much at all, and even now, even when I've cut my hours back, it's even worse. But it's some money. It might pay the light bill. It might do something with it. So I'm gonna try to hold off and hang with it for a little while. We'll see. I may be here next week telling you I've quit. I don't know. But right at this moment, this morning, I'm gonna hold on. But I wanted to get on here and show you what I finished, and then I'm gonna send what I got that's going somewhere off on its way. I told you I was going to make the squirrel, so I finished the squirrel, and the squirrel was made out of this book right here, and Cutest Crochet Creations. Been on this bench here. It's got a little something on it. I can't stand for my stuff to get dirty. But yeah, it's made out of this book, and I critiqued that book last week because hear that saw. My husband's still working on our porch, and he's just about got it done. But anyway, if you hear that, that's him working. But I had critiqued this book last week because you know this one little hiccup where it told me what the end count was be, and then the next one it jumped up. Anyway, my brain could not handle that, and that was my only critique. And this is the only one I've made. I made the squirrel. These patterns are made with a natural, says Natura DMC Just Cotton. I have never made an amigurumi in cotton. I don't know. I've just never done it. If I had the right cotton that some folks are using, I might like it. But if I get started in it, I think I'm afraid if I get started in it, that's all I'm want to make. And I've got a crap load of acrylic and worsted weight in that little room back there. So I guess that's why I haven't pulled the trigger on making amigurumi in cotton. One of these days I might. But I've decided Now, y'all hear me. I've bought several things this month, and I've decided I'm not buying nothing else the rest of the year. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be a good girl. Now, if I rank up some points on my little fetch, and get $50 gift card, yeah, I might pull the trigger on something. But, or if I sell something, if I really want something, I might do it. But I've decided that, I'm just not going to buy nothing else. I'm going to be on a budget band now. I'm gonna try. That's all we can do is try, right? But anyway, I didn't make that out of cotton. I've made it out of my worsted weight, and I didn't do it exactly like this picture. But for the most part, pattern's super easy, very easy. I mean, I had no problem making the body. That was so simple to me. And sometimes I have trouble with the crotch down here, but I didn't have no problem with this. When she does it, this is all these patterns are by Allison North. But when she does it, she does let me say how she does it. Okay, when she says at the end of the round 10 for the first leg, finish off. For the second leg, do not finish off. So when you start your body, you're going to join your legs with a chain 3, and then you work on the first leg. So that little chain 3 is hanging out, and then you just, but don't get caught up in that crotch. That's the only word I can say is crotch, I guess. It might not be a nice word, but don't get caught up in that. And don't feel, if it says, okay, you got to have so many stitches around that area. Well, don't get caught up in there. Either add one or take one away. It's not going to make a hill of beans. And then get going right. Because most of the time when you do that, you got to go a bunch of single crochets all the way up. Don't get caught up in that little area. It's not a big deal. If you have to add a stitch, add a stitch. If you have to take one out, take one out. To get your chain, your end row chains, your rounds, what it needs to be. If you have to add an extra round, it's not going to make that much difference. So don't get caught up in that if you're going to be an amigurumi person, A lot of people don't like to do amigurumis. I think for me, I like to do them because it's like instant. It's like it takes me a little bit for sure, but I can see it coming together, and that's why quicker, and that's why I like to do them. But so I made my little squirrel, and my squirrel is kind of angry looking. It's angry. It's not a happy squirrel. It don't look like. And I changed up a few things. So here is my squirrel. So, I don't know what to name this squirrel. I'm not sure yet. So, but here's my squirrel. And you see already, I did not add a little decoration at the top. I just didn't do it. I just throwed me a little old heart on there. And because the heart is the same color as this tail. And so I like that tail. I really do. I like the shape of this. When, I had to kind of squish the head a little bit, to kind of get it the way I wanted to get it. But, yeah, so. And you see I didn't do the eyes the same way. I followed Cassandra at Craftably Ever After. She has a great tutorial on doing eyes. I struggled a little bit because I wanted to be hard-headed, But I knew better than making them them thin little eyelashes that had on it. I wasn't even going to try it. I wanted to do something different. And I didn't add safety eyes. I thought about it. But, I want to try to get away from using safety eyes so much. So that's what I've been doing. So I don't think I did too bad, and then it looked so plain with just the black, So I said, well, I'm going to put a little pink right there. I didn't make no cheeks because I thought it looked silly. Because to me, it's got attitude right now. It's like, don't you mess with my acorns. you know, attitude. So, but yeah, so I really like making, I really like the way the pattern, this some certain aspects of it was really nice. I like the little arms, and like I said, I like the body. And so if you want to make that, go for it. You know, make it how the book is, you know, but, you know, I just did my own thing. I even didn't make the ears the way she made the ears. I just didn't really like the looks of it. So I scalped the ears from another pattern. And it's okay to do that. It's all right. So yeah, that's my squirrel. And I guess we're gonna call him Badger, Baxter or something. I don't know. So yeah, but this yarn is a new yarn from Joann's. It just come out. I didn't know nothing about it till Mirren told me, and I immediately wanted to go get me, wanted to order me some. So this is the yarn that I used for this. This with the brown, I think, is a Michael's yarn. I'm not sure exactly. It's their house brand. They might even have changed their house brand. But anyway, if I ever do, you'll see it again, I'm sure. I'll have a label. But yeah, this is Big Twisted Value, 100% acrylic. It's new. It's a new colorway. It's got 269 yards. Didn't use very much out of it. It's a 4-weight, and the colorway is roller rink. So yeah, it's just busy enough for this squirrel, ain't it? So yeah, so that's my finished make, and I made it with my dot hook, which I love. I made it with a 4.5. I love these hooks. So yeah, that's my finished make, y'all. And like I said, I struggled a little bit, but I think it come together. Okay. So my next finished pretty. You remember I told you about my friend from work? Her daughter's having a baby. It's her first grandbaby, and she wanted an elephant. So I pulled out this book, which I love. So I found me an elephant pattern, and I haven't made this. I've made a bunch of other things out here, but the elephant was one that I wanted to make, but I hadn't made it yet. You know, a lot of these patterns I had, like the hippo in here, I've made it twice. But a lot of these patterns I've already made, I want to make again, and the elephant is probably going to be one of them. Let me find it. Should have kept my bookmark in here. Yeah, I think this is right. The elephant. These patterns are so easy. But you know, as usual, like I always say, she always does chain one at the end of each row. I don't do that because it always makes me a seam. I don't do that. But this is by Sarah Zimmerman. Great book. Love this book. So I made an elephant, and I made this elephant in a dark gray. So, what y'all think? Does it look like an elephant? I put a heart on her because, you know, I felt it was kind of plain, and she's having a little girl, and I felt like it needed a little heart. It needed a little something girly on there. So, not be so dark. So, yeah. When I was closing up, you know, the body, I left a round off, and the head I left a round off because I was trying to diminish the wobble. And I think I did pretty good. Diminishing that wobble. I think it's better than some I've made for sure. I should pull out the one I made a couple of years ago when I first was doing it and show you how bad that thing's wobbling. I should just let Peanut go to town with it. Let her have it. But yeah. So this was made with the same kind of hook. This is a mainstay, not a mainstay. This is a Big Twist yarn gray. This is like a red heart pink. I made a little tail. I took some hot glue, y'all, and I glued on the heart. And I took a little hot glue, and I, you know how the ears, these are two separate pieces. So I tacked a little bit of glue between the ears just so those will stick together. and kind of shape it a little bit. So yeah, so that's my other finished pretty, and like I say, that's one of my favorite books. So yeah, I'm gonna give that to my friend. So those are my finished pretties. So I've got to figure out what to do next. I come home, like I said, I come home from work yesterday, and I wanted to crochet, but I just was not feeling good. I was hurting all over, and I kept trying to think of something, and I kept falling asleep, and I didn't really do nothing last night. So I'm gonna try to get in there and do a little digging and go through some books, and I got some Christmas yarn in my closet I want to pull out. I might start on a Christmas blanket. I just don't know. I got enough that I could find something to do for sure. Are the birdies? So yeah, that's all I got for you. Maybe next week I'll have something else. I appreciate all y'all coming by and your sweet comments, and I love getting to know you, and I hope to be on here a little bit more. Maybe if I can figure out some more content to do, and not just get on here and just not really know what I'm talking about. I need some input, because I feel like I'm so plain Jane. My titles of my videos, they're like Friday crochet chat, Thursday crochet chat. I need some little bit of help, y'all, because my brain just don't work. So if I hear it, if I hear it and I like it, I'll say boom, that's it, you know. But I need some help with that, because I feel like I'm just plain Jane when it comes to titling my stuff. And not that I want to draw in 50,000 subscribers. I've seen the headaches folks have with that. But I'd like to draw in, like to say, oh, there's Kelly, you know, there's so-and-so chat number, whatever, you know. Because some people have, like Miss Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast, she has Tuesday Tidbits and Crafting with Friends. That's like something biting on me. And, you know, I was thinking, well, Tales from the Stash, you know, just something different, you know. So if y'all got any ideas for me, I'd love to hear them. Like I said, I'm not one that, I don't want 1 million subscribers. There's some big headaches with that. But I'd like to title my videos and make it sound snappy. So if y'all have any ideas, or if y'all have anything that you think would be a great little thing for me to talk about, give me some ideas. I'd love to hear your input. So, well, I'm gonna hop off here, and it's cranking up heat out here, and I'm gonna go in there and wash some dishes or vacuum the floor or something or other, and go through my books and just enjoy my day off. I think I'm getting ed up out here. So y'all take care, and y'all have a great weekend. I hope it's a very peaceful weekend for everybody around the world. And I wish that, you know. So y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.